Good morning, afternoon. Want to say hello to all of our merry agents and investors across the country. Today is Thursday, December 23rd, 2021, and this is podcast number 358. And I have to say, we sort of debated whether to do this call today because, we are on the verge of Christmas Eve, which good percentage of the people on the call celebrate. But in case any of you do need some help, there are still deals to be made over the next couple weeks. And we're here for you. If we don't have a lot of participation today, we will cut it short and let you finish your shopping. We have more people than I expected on the call, but certainly not as many as usual. Tim, anything you want to go over this week before we get started?
Actually, not much of anything. The only thing that I would just do, this is sort of a let's care about the rest of the world thing, and I do that a lot on these calls, and I would just urge you to realize that there are a whole bunch of people that are having tough times right now, and if there's anything that you can find your way clear to go help people walking the streets that look like they need trouble or have their hand out for help or anything else this year, please do that. Anything that you can do to brighten somebody's life up, you might be the difference between them having the worst day you could possibly imagine and thinking that there's some hope for tomorrow. So I'm going to spend some time today doing a bit of that myself. We do this every year about this time. And anything y'all can do to pitch in and help those less fortunate than all of us are because we're here today, certainly do that. Realize it's been a challenging year, but a lot of good news in the news lately about some great advances in the treatment of disease, and good stuff is happening in the world, and I think that we need to celebrate the fact that we're very fortunate. So that's my 10 cents. Be happy, be good people.
Good job. You lived up to your caller ID of Santa. Thank you. Good positive words, and I think we all agree. Bruce, anything you want to go over?
Well, I was just going to talk about some real estate. That's all. Okay?
Please. Please do. We have
what Tim said.
And by the way, we have no one in the queue, so if you don't jump in, it's going to be a very short call. Hit *6 and hit 1 if you would like to participate. And go ahead, Bruce. Talk about real estate, please.
Well, there's kind of 2 points that I wanted to make for everyone. And number one, and I'll make this fast because we beat this horse a lot, is this time of year, you've got just tons of the leads that you have in your lists and in circle prospecting if you're doing any of that, and really any type of lead that have been sitting thinking about selling a property. And we're starting to hear a lot of people over the past couple of weeks that are saying things like this, and I've heard this from a lot of all the lead subscribers as well. People saying, yeah, I was going to list in January. I would definitely consider moving that up if you were able to present me with a good offer, or if you were able to show me a good plan. So we're catching a lot of folks on the phone that have already been thinking. And if you sleep on them through this next week and a half, they're going to come out of into the new year listing houses with your competitors. So please don't sleep on these leads just because you think that they're busy with the holidays. And I completely respect your holiday schedule, but you've got a week in between Christmas and New Year's where there's going to be a lot of families at home. They're going to be talking about selling. Now is the perfect time to catch those folks. So that's the one message that I wanted to deliver. The other, and I'll be going into this in depth over the next month as we roll out a class schedule. One of the classes that I'm going to be offering to all the lead subscribers, or really anyone that's listening to this call over the next month, is a class on audience building. And there's really 2 different types of audience. If you're in the real estate space, I don't care whether you're an investor or you're a real estate agent, there's 2 different types of audiences that you guys should be focused on. Number one, and kind of the low-hanging fruit, is your connected audience. That's your sphere of influence. That's the people that you network with. It's your past clients. So we're going to be teaching you guys a little bit about how to build that. But the biggest type of audience that we provide you is your casual audience. So your casual audience are those people that might be on an all the leads list. They might be kind of following you if you blog or do any kind of YouTube video content, things like that. And that's what I want you guys kind of thinking about your lists and the gold that's in those lists with people that you may not have a personal connection with. They might not recognize you in the grocery store if you see them, but they watch what you do, especially if you're properly marketing and prospecting and promoting your business and your value to those people. They're going to follow you and watch you. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people that were on a list call and say, I got your letters 6 months ago. I got your letters 8 months ago. I see your YouTube channel. I've been watching you for years, and I would have had no idea, and I would have given up on that person if I knew them, but they're watching me that whole time. So I just want to encourage you guys to go into the new year thinking about how you can properly promote your business to the people that are watching you from a distance that might be on these ATL lists. And we're going to teach on that pretty heavily here in a couple of weeks. I've got an email almost finished announcing 4 classes that we're going to do for free for all the lead subscribers in January. So you guys be looking out for that. I just need to kind of finish the formatting of it up a little bit, and it'll be out to you in the next week. That's all I have.
Excellent. I would add to that, as I usually do, have something to add to you guys' great observations. Something a little bit unusual this year is the fact that the holidays occur on the weekends. So I suspect that there will be considerably more business done this year over the next couple of weeks than there has been, when the holidays, fall midweek. People aren't inclined to be able to or going to want to take the whole week off. So, don't just assume that you won't do any. We've noticed that we're having a real good day with sales here, which kind of surprised us, 2 days before the holidays. So don't assume that this is a typical year. I think there's probably a little more opportunity this year to do business than there has been in the past. And whether you're listening to this podcast live or listening to it recorded, if there's ever a time when I would show up on these calls, it would be over the next month or two. We are going to regularly be rolling out new services and products over the next few months. So it's going to be a great year for us. We wanted to make it a great year for you. And that's all I got to say about that. Chuck, anything you would like to add? We do have one person in the queue. If anybody else would like to jump in, just hit *6 and hit 1. Chuck, any words of wisdom from you? No pressure.
Yeah, I was just on, some coaching calls this week and had the opportunity, again, just success stories from subscribers. They're sending out their letters and they're getting people that are hanging on to them, and they're getting calls off of letters, and they've got closings set up for next week. It was a $500,000+ listing on a probate deal that they were able to help the personal representative sell their real estate. So, and it all came from the letters. So what we do here at All the Leads, it works.
All right. Well, I don't think you'll get any argument from any of us. Mm-hmm. Thank you. All right. Well, we have one in the queue. If no one else jumps in, we'll let you get off the call early. If we have anybody else that would like to jump in, do it now. Hit *6 and hit 1. In the meantime, our caller in the queue for now is phone number ending in 2517. You're up, sir or ma'am.
Hey, it's Sue Steinman.
Hey, Sue.
Hey, I listen to you guys all the time. Been terrible on my calling. So I think I listened to all the coaching calls. Anyway, regardless, my 2 questions are, there in my neighborhood, there is a new probate. I don't even think it's been filed with the county. The man was in the hospital or something, and he died, and he, of course, had no will. The neighbor told me the family's been back and forth to the home. I wrote a letter, formatted fairly professionally, talking about some of the services, and I left it on one of the vehicles that, was, of course, things that come and go. And they And then I also sent the letter via mail to his address, meaning the one in my neighborhood, because I figured they're forwarding his mail. And I gave them HOA information because they apparently come down on the weekends and the HOA is closed. So I have no other contact information about his family whatsoever. And I was just wondering if you had any other suggestions how I might be able to follow up on this lead.
So no contact information. You've got, you basically just have the decedent's address, and it's in your neighborhood. So no phone numbers, no attorney?
Well,
you know of?
the neighbor said they were going to sell and they were filing the paperwork, but no details of it.
All right. So this is a pre-probate then. Okay.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
So did you look up the obituary?
No, I didn't do that. That's a good idea.
Nope. Okay. There you go. All right. That would be one. The next thing that I would do is I would take that obituary record and see if it lists any next of kin. And I would go into like a prop stream or a batch skip or 411, something like that, plug their information in. You're going to get a lot of false records there, but I would say using one of those skip tracing services, you try to do that with each heir and the decedent, you're probably going to get one or two decent records. And then, of course, when all the leads list comes out after they file, they'll be on there. But right now, you're trying to catch them before they really appear on any probate records, which is good. It's good. So I would look up obituary first, and then I would use some sort of batch or skip tracing service to find, plug the heirs in and the decedent and see if any phone numbers come back.
And Sue, I think I heard you say that the neighbors said that people have been going by the house. Did I hear you say that or not?
Yeah, the relatives come down on the weekend. They took the golf cart. Now the golf cart's back. I don't know. Maybe they had it serviced and brought it back.
Because one of the most obvious things is just leave write a handwritten note and paste it to the front door, or write a letter and stick it in the front door. If the relatives are coming and going, I personally, I probably would just I'd probably scotch tape a note up there. Hey, please call me about this house. Be pretty vague, but if they're coming and going, that's the person you want to talk to that has access to the house. Chances are one of them is going to be the executor. The only other thing that often works, maybe as well, maybe not, is send a letter to the deceased at that address and see if it gets forwarded.
Well, I did that. I left a letter on the
Oh, you did?
specific.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was gone and a different vehicle reappeared. So I know they got it. I mean, they just may not be ready to talk to anybody.
Sure.
I also handled a probate. Well, I didn't know it was a probate. I was calling on people who hadn't paid their taxes. And long story short, it was a probate that fell off. And I was able to help them get in touch with a lawyer and get their paperwork done, which is almost across the street from where this guy lives, or this new probate has popped up at. And this was the second question. I was kind of wondering, and I hope I'm not jumping ahead, but anyway, I was kind of wondering, I'd like to do like a little video that says, why do properties like this go in probate and target my neighborhood? Do you think that would be kind of cool? Like send a postcard out where they could watch the video if they wanted?
Bruce, do you know anyone that's done that successfully? Are you there? Tim, Chuck, Bruce, are you there?
Sorry, guys. I'm here.
I'm here.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Bruce.
Yeah. So I gave a really long descriptive answer there and nobody could hear me. I'm just kidding. I hadn't gotten that far. So I haven't done that specifically or known anyone that's done that specifically, but personally, I have put a lot of links on postcards and letters. And truthfully, I really haven't gotten a whole lot of activity. I've even used those really short text codes as well for things, and it just doesn't consistently bring in activity. I would give it a try because you never know when you're going to catch that person that is going to type it into their phone or onto their computer, but I wouldn't bank on it working.
What the message that you left on the car, what did it say?
It kind of went into, sorry for your loss. I actually had met him a few times, and then said that, home's going through probate, that I could help with, some of the services, like we say, this or that, and you may or may not need it. And, some people are not aware that a property can be sold because, that's another myth that people don't know. Just kind of gave them some information that, know, and, kept it pretty low. I didn't ask to list their house. Kind of just offered more of a service, soft pedal.
Yeah. Bruce, I don't know what you think about this, but maybe vary the message and be much more direct in the next one. Hey, I left you a note previously. I may have somebody interested in this property. Give me a call. Would you do something like that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, you're just realize that they're really early in the process, and they might not be of the mind to sell immediately. It's the thing is some people want to sell right away. They're just rush, and they're not emotionally attached. And other people are very emotionally attached, and they're going to take some time. And we don't know what kind of person this is. So anything that you do runs the quote-unquote risk of not being the exact right message for them. So we don't know what their message is, and that's why you want to vary your approaches up. I would probably be more direct. So what do you know? I mean, you drive by the house. Does it look like there's a lot of stuff in there? Does it look like they're having a hard time? Well, it's the middle of winter, but is it the type of house that they maybe are having a hard time with any of the upkeep on? I'd try to take some clues from the way that the property looks and offer them something as a lead-in. So in the summer, this isn't perfect for you, but in the summer, hey, if you need somebody to cut the grass, I got the first one covered. Or now it might be, hey, I noticed there's a couple of vehicles here. One of the things I do in addition to selling real estate is help with any personal property sale or haul away services. And I do that without any expectation of compensation to me. So I'm going to look for something that I can offer as kind of a freebie.
Oh, okay. Because I do know that they want to, that's what they told the next door neighbor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not going to keep the property, we're going to sell it. They were pretty. Yep.
Great. Try the direct approach. Hey, I buy properties oftentimes for top dollar, or I sell properties and I sell them for top dollar, whatever that message is. But we do want to vary it up a little bit. They told the neighbor, they probably know the neighbor. Okay, they're going to be a little bit less guarded with the neighbor who they either know or they don't suspect of having an ulterior motive than they are with you. They're going to be a little bit more guarded with you. So that's why you're going to want to vary your messages up just a little bit. Either that, or if you know the neighbor, you might ask for an introduction. So tell the neighbor next time you see them over here, could you give them this card and this note and tell them about me? Tell them that I help with probate. I do all kinds of things, not just buying houses, but I also buy houses. So that if the neighbor is willing to offer that recommendation or pass that message along, it may bring some social proof that you don't have being just you leaving a note on the door.
Got it.
So depends on how well you know the neighbor or whether you think that they might be willing to deliver that message. Because generally, anytime somebody else delivers a message on your behalf and kind of vouches for you, even if they don't know you well, that's going to be received a lot better than you delivering it on your own behalf.
Yeah. No, I know him well enough. I think he would do it, actually. I'm not worried about that.
Yep. Okay. Try that.
Okay. Sounds great.
All right. Thank you so much, Sue. We have another person in the queue. We do have room for more. Hit star 6 and hit 1.
Jim,
Go ahead.
For a second.
Yes, sir.
Sue,
Sure.
Was that your second question, or was that your first question?
Oh, that was my second question, was about dealing with like doing a little video or not. So I got them both. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. All right. Go
Okay,
ahead,
great. Yeah, I was just going to give a little plug to our next caller. I recognize the name. This gentleman, about as small town in Georgia, about as humble a client as we have, and it seems like he shows up once a year and tells us about his last 10 probate deals that he did. So no pressure, Michael. How are you today?
Yeah, hey guys, this is Michael White from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes, sir. I was just giving a plug there for every time we talk to you, you seem to tell us about multiple deals. How you been doing lately?
We're doing good, man. I appreciate it. So
yeah.
For my question is this: so for my non-probate clients, people that or potential clients that are non-probate, I stay in touch with them like 36 times a year, right? And so one of the touches is a video text message that I send out, 4 times a year, and that's going to be coming January will be the first video text message for the new year. And it's a very simple message. It says, hey, John, Happy New Year. Wish you the best of luck. Exciting New Year. Hope if I can help you achieve your goals. Just something very short and sweet, right? And the whole idea is just to create top of mind and awareness. What are your thoughts on trying to apply that same video text with a very generic message like that to a probate client that you've spoken to? Because the ones that I'm going to send this to, I have actually spoken to, and I've developed some type of relationship with.
I think that's
Absolutely.
A very good approach. Yep. I would most certainly do that, especially having the already spoken with them. That criteria, if you just send it blind or it's a cold text message, that might be a little bit creepy, but exactly the format that you've outlined there, I would most certainly recommend that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was going to try to focus on any specific topic, not try to push selling your house or anything, or just keep it very generic and wish them the best for a happy new year. So I thought it'd be okay.
I would also, so if you're doing that 4 times with circle prospecting or your different kinds of leads, I'd probably try to do that 3 or 4 times with your probate leads that you've had a dialogue with. One would be generic, maybe tied to the holidays or a holiday. My others would be information-based. So, hey, Sue, I don't know. Sue was just on the phone, so I'm just going to use her name. Hey, Sue, we just spoke a week ago. It was great talking with you. I was thinking about you, and I thought this might be helpful for you while you're going through the probate process. One of the things that people frequently run into when they're settling an estate is needing to coordinate an estate sale. And doing that yourself can be a challenge. That's why I recommend this company, and this company for estate sales. And then maybe the next time do it with a clean-out crew, and the next time maybe do it with taxes and an accountant. So I'm going to recommend or think that you should probably do 3 to 4 texts to those people as well, just offering a little bit of value each time through some connections or through some recommendations.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. I appreciate that.
Anything else we can help you with, sir?
That's it. Thank you very much.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, that is
Michael,
the last one in the queue. I'm going to call last call, and we'll let you all get back to work and shopping. If you would like to jump in real quick, hit star 6 and hit 1. I guess not. Tim, I appreciate your opening words. Anything you want to close with or anything else you want to share before we go?
No, not really. Not really. Other than we just certainly wish you the very, very best possible time with you and your family and anyone that you love and that loves you. Bless you all and have a wonderful holiday. And we appreciate you. And we are looking forward, like you said, to great next year, but this is the time to think about your family and, enjoy it. And the only other thing I'd say is that remember the period of time between Christmas and New Year's. That's a time where a lot of your competition is going to be sitting at home doing nothing, and it's a great time for you to get out there and get the job done. And I can't tell you, we've been doing this now for quite a few years, and every year on our call that we come back to after the holidays, people tell us something that happened during that span of time that had they not done anything, it wouldn't have happened. So I would encourage you to make use of that time, enjoy your time with your family, eat, drink, and be merry, but get up on Monday and get after it and get some stuff done. There are going to be people there that need your help and would be waiting to get that call, and it'd be opportune. So do that.
Well said. I want to thank, again, I want to echo, you guys have a great holiday weekend. We will be here for our last call of the year next Thursday. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, not only today, but throughout this last year. I want to particularly thank the two that actively participated, and I would say take one of the several great ideas you heard on this call. Stay busy over the holidays, have fun, but stay busy, make some money also, and, take one of these ideas, put it into practice, and please come back next Thursday and share the results with the group. Take care, everybody. Have a Merry Christmas, great weekend, and we will talk to you the same time next Thursday.